Okay. How we doing, everyone? Good to see all you. Hope you're having a wonderful day thus far. I was taking a sip of coffee. And to my fellow U.S. friends, uh, go vote or make a plan to. I got up early this morning, went and did it. Do the thing with the thing. I'm sure you're hearing everyone harp on you about it, but shit's important. Hey, Pericles, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Evan, what are you doing? Evan, come here. It's a cat. There you go. This is the correct end of the cat. I want to do some more, Endgame Rush stuff today.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
There we go.
There you go, Quack.
Hey Quag, hope you have good runs Qua.
Watch this, I should be doing schoolwork is the best. Don't let me get you in trouble, Lizzie. But, I trust you to have a healthy balance. But how you doing, Paradox, Lurk, Laugh, Load,
She's just a girl and she's
Lizzie,
on fire.
Tenor,
There you go, Quack.
Jester, Nunu. Hey, Lurk, Laugh, Load, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. A lot of people on the platform, and you chose to support me. That does mean the world. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the emotes, ad reviewing all the good stuff. And thank you for choosing me for your multi Prime. Dex, Priz, I hope you're doing great as well. So yeah. I am trying to figure out which activities I want to refine more. There's obvious time save, and let's actually look at my splits. Because I know I can optimize both the Flak and the Zane runs to be a lot better. The Flak one I can get to sub 120. Because we pulled a 120-21. Hey Swin, how you doing? So where was my time loss generally? That was a good GTD. That Slaughter Star was 16 minutes. That could have been way better. So we have time save there. Hemo was 2 minutes, but we had bad AI there, so like understandable. Shaft was 1150, which that's not bad for a Slaughter Shaft, honestly. For an EGR setting Slaughter Shaft,
She's on fire.
I'll take
There
it.
you go, Quack.
Hey, Poison, thank you for the 21 months. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you, as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope things are treating you well. It's a big day. Hopefully we can pass the fun in the state. Today is the big day, Swin. It is. An idea? May I run it by you? Yeah, sure. Hit me. What else? Cistern was 950 in that run. That was okay. Malone was 516, so that could have been faster. We should practice Malone. I think we had a Valkyrie AI bug. I don't quite remember, though. Cunning, survival, discipline, fervor were all pretty slow. Supremacy and instinct were good. So I have a lot of time save. Basically, everything except for GTD, Shaft, and Cistern could have gone substantially better. Everything except for GTD, Shaft, Cistern, Supremacy, Instinct could have gone substantially better in my Flak run. This is what I mean when I talk about how impactful GTD strats changing is on EGR times. Because this is faster than the fastest Flak time for the last time we ran EGR as a contest. But with almost every activity significantly worse, except for Guardian Takedown, which is significantly faster. And for the Eons until Ragnarok releases, I went and muted a bunch of God of War related terms on Twitter today, so I don't get spoiled. One count towards leaderboards or anything about changing Vault Hunter depending on the piece of content. Oh, you mean just like the idea of doing an EGR where you just can use any build, any character for each activity? That's an interesting concept. I've thought about doing that before. Things with most activities, you lose time just to the extra menuing, really. T-minus 15 hours. I just put them on the block list here, too. Yeah. There's already people who've been posting, like, their playthroughs to YouTube, so stay safe out there. So that's my flag splits. Let's look at my Zane splits. Also, I have a sneeze. You know when you have a sneeze, like, trapped right behind your nose, and it doesn't come out until you talk about it? Yeah, that happened. Alright, definitely have... If I optimize for GTD, I could probably save another minute or two there. That Malawan was not bad, though. Sub 6 for the Malawan segment. I'll call that pretty good. 320 for Hemo for the Zane splits is not bad at all either. 1231 for Shaft. That could be better. 1032 for Cistern could also be better. 1724 for Star could be better. But my slaughters, I lost a lot of time in those. Conning was 249. Now that's not anywhere near my fastest for that activity, but sub 3 in an EGR setting is good. Survival was 313. That's not as good. Discipline 320. No. Supremacy 227. That's fine. Fervor 354 is not good. Instinct 249 is acceptable. So I have a lot of time saving the Zane run as well. Alright, let's refine Zane. Cat, what are you doing? He's just losing his mind at my door for no reason. You have food, you have water. I know because I did it. Yes, you are cute. Faded Hemo before True Guardian takedown on Zane specifically. No, because I'm much more likely to have to reset a GTD run. Yeah, I'm much more likely to have to reset a GTD run to various stuff happening. Like crystals, for example, can get really screwy on this setup. Hey Twist, how you doing? Hope you're well. I can't complain too much. Things are going okay. How are you? How's Quag today? Quag's okay, Paradox. How's Paradox? Morning, Pup T. Please give me motivation, go out to the gym. Social anxiety wins 99% of the time. Woke up this morning to my cat meowing nonstop. So going to the gym is one of those things where the hardest part about it is making the decision to go do it, right? Like, I have been toying around with the idea of finding a local gym to go to as well, but between me just not wanting to take the time and also the whole, you know, when you're not a regular gym goer, there's a lot of judgy vibes. Now, there's some wonderful people who are very enthusiastic about fitness and very welcoming about it, but there's definitely some judgy type people, so I find myself caring too much about what those people think. But here's how I choose to look at it and how I can trick myself into doing things that are beneficial for me. I always have more fun with it and feel better for having done it once I did it. So, like, do it for the benefit of future you, who can be proud of you if you just do the thing. Kevin. Alright, let me triple check his water. He might have knocked it over. He's done this before. 1 second. They must have just been thirsty, because they just drank it all. Hmm. I go to the YMCA. Normally, I just don't look at anybody besides the people who let me check in. Normally, just see older people. Can't judge me too much. Got it, dude. Yeah, yeah. I totally get it. Totally get it. Like, I'm a very skinny boy. I used to have a little more weight, but I've always been, a thin frame. So anytime I've gone to the gym, there's people who are like, you know, people look at certain body types in the gym without understanding that, yeah, that's why I'm here. it, it's such a weird thing to think about. Going to the gym even once a week is very good for stress levels, so it's super beneficial. I even just do at-home workout. Yeah, there's been lots of studies done on confirming the correlation between physical activity and mental health and general overall physical health. So it's a good thing to do. Like I said, future you will thank you. And it'll give you something to feel proud of later on. Anyway, okay. Let's look at these splits. Wasn't the hemo time around a minute in variance due to nothing but AI? Yes. But with GTD, if I have an AI tragedy, it could do as much as like 5 minutes of damage. I could move hemo and shaft to before Malawan, because Malawan variance isn't that bad on this build. I'm not going for Valk skip or anything, which I could start doing, but I don't want to. Proving Grounds last is definitely the play. So I'm trying to think of which weapons could be suited to which activities that I'm not currently using. An Anarchy for Star makes a lot of sense. Like a Cryo Anarchy. That would make a lot of sense. But I don't have a Racer. But if I don't have a Racer, Clone won't be able to friendly fire. I haven't tested out to see how an Anarchy does not stacked against a relevant target. I guess we'll test that out. And of course, I haven't been swapping my grenade. I think after Hemo, I can comfortably swap its piss for something else, provided I position Clone Wall. Though I don't know if that's worth the risk. And if I'm using Seeing Dead, then I don't know if I want Fractal Frags, because that'll just make him shoot less. It's really nice because I can always make sure that its piss debuff is applied, which is really beneficial for my Sentinel and Sparkplug output. Alright, we're gonna try this Anarchy in GTD. That's what we're gonna try right now. Oh, the hard part is getting dressed and going out, and taxi basically agoraphobic, so it's hard to leave my house. Next, I'll use the motivation like feeling proud. I want to exercise every day. Homies out here wanting a bit of muscle. Kick your demons and our own demons better. Amen. Skill tree wise as well. Yeah, I go to this fugitive point because I don't have a real reason not to. But I realistically should have a playing dirty point with what I'm doing. Just for those times when I do have to shoot the plasma coil at diadems and such. Because that gives me one full plasma coil burst of, like, double DPS. Not that I really need it. Yeah, let's just see how this plays out. No bad movement. Let me close that out. Now, I don't see Clone out clearing a no PP with this. But I am monitoring to see how he does with minimal anarchy support, really. It's definitely not bad. Like, he's hitting some good numbers. The thing is, if I try to use the Anarchy like this against Scourge and Anathema, he will not have stacks. So the main test here is to see if an unstacked Anarchy does enough damage to the Guardian takedown bosses that I can justify using it elsewhere. Because if so, then that's good. I can use the Anarchy on a bunch of content that I wasn't before. So yeah, we'll probably end up sciencing for like the first hour of stream and then do runs after that. I've never tried to put Clone up there. I want to see how he does. Hey Jackaboy, how you doing? It's like, that's the exact spot where diadems spawn from, so as soon as they start spawning, Clone's gonna die. But that might not necessarily be a bad thing, depending on how fast he kills the rest of the enemies. Yeah, he blew himself up. Just getting ready to close at work. Nice. Okay, so no reason to change clone placements. This just kind of works better. There are a couple spots where if you set him up with a gun where he doesn't kill anything and use which one's real, he'll just full aggro draw the whole time. Like, you can actually give Clone a plus ultra, and he can just full tank, like, without killing anything. It's great. But not really relevant to this build. That's why I actually run a plus ultra for when I do Hustler Racer speedruns on this content. It's less damage, but you don't need more damage. It's a good clone consistency. How you doing, Grasshopper? Clone blew himself up. Hey, Jay Crispy, how are you? This no skips run? I'm not timing this run right now. I just have the timer up for specific parts of the run. We're testing out certain weapons against certain bosses. But once I get into the full run, yes, it will be no mandatory combat skips. So like this jump that I'm doing right now, I would not be allowed to do this until I've killed the enemies to spawn the platforms. This is time trials rules. But you can see all the rules and timings for time trials, exclamation point trials, now including an endgame rush board. Waiting for cooldowns. How you doing, Mech? So we're gonna try spawning in, giving Clone an Anarchy. See, this is what I'm afraid of. This does not have the damage until you get the stacks. So I really do think that's a no-go. Yeah, I think we gotta stick with Sandhawk there. Now we can maybe switch off of the Sandhawk. Let's see. If we... After Hemo, I don't need the Sandhawk anymore. It helps against Red Rain, Blue Fire, and Star. But after Hemo, I don't need the Sandhawk anymore. I guess we could Anarchy after that. Um, no PPU can just kind of stay for the whole run. I suppose after Malawan, I don't need the Plasma Coil anymore. Plasma Coil could totally be a free radical. Which would speed up Fervor, I think. Okay. Okay. There comes Nightmare. How you doing? I'm gonna respec. Get slightly better cooldown. Because I want that third point and adrenaline, I think. And then I'm probably gonna want that playing dirty point I mentioned. I can move one VM point over and it'll work. Or I'll move one salvation point, even better. So the plan loosely right now is after Hemo, I swap the Sandhawk and the Plasma Coil to an Anarchy and a Free Radical. I technically also don't need the Revolter after that point, and a Super Soldier would help clones damage more on average, because he won't be taking damage that frequently. And Super Soldier is also capable of giving movement speed. It would give me some resistance to barrels, which would be nice. But I could also go with the Frozen Heart. I could go with Splash Radius over Hyperion Crit here. I think I want to do that on a Seeing Dead. So let me generate that for myself. Could go with a playing Dirty Point on the class mod, but no, I just lose Donnybrook that way. Not worth. Okay, Splash Radius will help out with hollow points, which we should be getting a decent amount of in the slaughters. Morning Sun. Respec. I could go with Violent Violence, actually. Because I'm using Seeing Dead. I have no reason not to. Go with that. Winter's Drone is advantageous on GTD and Hemo, technically disadvantageous on Maliwan and with bad RNG elsewhere, but it'll be fine. What does Splug look like? Double movement speed, AoE on a Vic Rush. Cat. Okay, I could go 3 points on Adrenaline here. Or do I actually need the Headsman's Hand points that much? Because it helps Spark Plug, helps when I shoot the Plasma Coil. Other than that, not really. I don't need commitment that much with Seeing Dead, because I'm not going to have as much downtime, but it is still nice. Be crazy to give it up. I was mostly thinking about Rise to the Occasion. That's like a really good amount of health regen, especially because I do have Renegade already. But it'd take me like 8 points total to get any sort of decent use. So I think optimally, I just go with what I had before, with Fugitive and then 2 points, which could either go in Adrenaline, or Ready for Action. For better topped off uptime? Maybe. Pocket full of nades to make sure I'm always at max boom enhance, but I've seen dead. This will always be on anyway. I don't need to do that. More mag size for clone? Yeah. Let's go more mag size for clone and... I forgot drone delivery in the spec. Well, let's do that. No, I'm not gonna settle. This is EGR. I'm not gonna settle. This will have clone shoot more between his reloads. This won't be necessary because I'll always have it on. Ideally. It could go wrong and that could stop being true in some scenarios, but it should still be okay. Yeah, we're back to 2 points. Yeah, it's 2 adrenaline, for sure. Okay. We'll do a run. Trying to guard and take down with SMG Amara. It's failing miserably. Any tips? SMG Amara is different from other Amaras. How? Like, I know you're using SMGs, but like, what defines the build beyond that? Because you can put an SMG on any Amara build, and it tells you nothing about what the build's doing. What gun you using? Which variant of Guardian Takedown are you doing? Are you doing single, like, scaled, or are you doing true? What's your skill tree look like? How's your passives on your artifact and class mod? Which artifact and class mod? Just providing which class you're on and what type of weapon you're using does not give enough information for me to troubleshoot that. The game's a little more complex. Okay. So no pew pew, plasma coil, Sandhawk. I think I don't know the best items to get to optimize the build. Damage output for boss is not nearly high enough. I don't know why. So Gunamara builds tend to, if they ever struggle in an area, it is boss damage. Now that problem goes away, provided you keep in mind the importance of using anoints that actually provide you uptime on your damage. You make sure you're making use of Laid Bare and Transcend. Keep in mind you can stack Transcend, so popping your action skill twice to stack it twice is very advantageous. And Transcend gives crit damage. Gunamara builds are very dependent on shooting crit spots to do single target damage. This is why Gunamara builds tend to be slow against Hemo, because Hemo does not have an easily accessible crit spot. But if you look at a Gunamara against, say, the true Arbalest of Discipline, it can still absolutely eat that boss, despite that boss having more health than Hemo. Hey, Archimedes, how you doing? I'm feeling healthy today, still deciding whether or not I go to work. Should be able to get a flak EGR run in. Pace yourself. Sen. Good to know. Lazy has a video on how to maximize Gunamara against various bosses, Seth. Just it's on his YouTube. It's like the name of the video is like Amara is bad at bossing or something like that. I referenced it a few days ago for someone who was having a similar issue. Definitely check that out. Alright, it's runtime. miss a straggler? How'd I do that? Ugh. Time loss. I almost want to reset that, but no. Play it out. If I reset there, then we're just not going to get a decent number of runs in. Although, with this happening too... Whatever, play it out. Orbinoid Circle boss is awesome, not for others though. Phase Flare is generally not a practical way to solve any build problems you're having. Any enemies it's strong against are enemies where there's other ways to kill them equally as fast without build deviation. And there's some enemies it would be nice against that it doesn't because of hitboxes. The latter category is Hema. Phase Flare just does not properly target Hemivores. And against any other major boss I can think of, you can just shoot them or remnant them. And it's more efficient to do so. That was rude of that one to walk in. I was gonna doppelbanger, but better to just do this. Yeah, everything Lizri said there is good advice. Why do I keep getting Revenants here? It's actually super annoying. I should have slammed first. Oh well. If I play this right, Sentinel should expire here, which actually might present a logistical advantage. Oh, never mind. Hey Cheeky, how you doing? Good to see you. That's unfortunate. Really? Alright, get over here. Fucking get over here. Clone? Hello? Sir? No, I don't like this. We're resetting. I got around to reinstalling BL3 to scratch the itch. Yes, let's go, Braxis. It's one of those things. It is never truly satisfied. That hair, it's great. I love it. Something I could try is using free radical the whole time over plasma coil. The thing is, it is more awkward for me as Zane to use a free radical than it is to use the plasma coil because of charge commitment. But experimentation. Much faster room 1 this time. I'll take that. Worked out better than I hoped. Hit the button. Now we hope that clone shoots at the appropriate targets. Don't blow yourself up. Contemplated I'm getting donuts today. Ooh, what kind? I also played BO3 music off GTD and MTD have insane music. The music in these games goes so unnecessarily hard. Like, it didn't need to. They just made it amazing, because they could. It was, well-timed. Cream-filled eclair and strawberry donut. Might snag a blueberry as well. Sounds delicious. I didn't realize clone died. Sentinel, bail me out. Lost a couple seconds there to clone dying, but oh well. Still didn't get to watch anyone play it. I still haven't finished it. A lot of other games on my plate, etc., etc. But from what I have played, I very much enjoyed. I'm told there's some polarizing stuff late in the game, but also a lot of the people who I see aggressively shitting on it, to the point where it's like, no, you're not allowed to enjoy this at all, are the usual suspects of new thing bad. There's some people whose opinions I do tend to align with a little more who had some grievances, but I don't know the specifics because I still haven't finished. But I intend to. On a medicine that makes my appetite almost nothing, but damn if a blueberry donut doesn't sound good now. Right, Craft Knight? And I totally get the suppressed appetite struggle. Rough way to live, but sometimes you gotta deal with some bullshit, right? Yes, folks, make sure you vote today if you haven't already. Yeah. I got up early this morning and went and voted. 'Tis important. Morning, show me a Warface. How you doing? Why'd you go that way? Hello? That's not normal behavior. What do I do? Oh, well, I have a tiny window to operate within. Yeah, that corrects that. Getting over a cold? Oh, well, I hope the symptoms leave you behind fully sooner rather than later. And you get back to normal. That was weird. I'm gonna do this for safety. That'll also let me hit more enemies for seeing dead uptime. I didn't hold the remote long enough, so... Wait, Clone didn't die there? That's weird. That's a bit odd. Okay. What? How? Yeah, I have no idea. I'd have to watch that one back. And a 60-ish member cast for a Christmas Carol this year. Cross my fingers the evil sickness stays the hell away. I am crossing my fingers for you. So I'm stuck in the ground. Ah, that'd be it then. That would explain that. I don't have full confidence in, Clone doing what I want him to do here. See how this plays out, though. No, yeah, no. That's pretty much what I didn't want. I will have to do some recovery strats. Oh. That's the big thing with Free Radical versus Plasma Coil. He'll blow himself up a lot more with a Radical for some reason. Clone behavior is questionable today. Yeah, he's just acting all sorts of odd. Maybe he's on strike. Tired of working for you without pay. I pay him in the blood of my enemies. It's not a fan of power creep. It's like, go torture some skeletons for a bit. Oh no, he blew himself up again. Not now, clone. Please. Why are you the way that you are? Pay him in virtual currency? I see. What if I paid him virtually nothing? That's the wrong gun. Oof. That was a really bad choice I made. We'll see how that affects my time. If this GTD isn't faster, then I will just, reset. I just need to pull a sub 6-minute Scourge. Which, in theory, isn't that difficult. Okay, but the gameplay's hot. Why not? Does a radical have a bigger splash area than the coil? Probably. Favorite grenade in the game? Probably the light speed. Light speed's such a cool and underrated grenade. Popping Sentinel there might have been a bad idea. You know, I still lost a lot of time in that run, but enough time saved to play it out. I guess we gotta run. Clean Scourge? Yeah, I was very surprised at how clean that Scourge went. Hold my breath at the end. Yeah, I thought I misplayed with that last couple clone placements. Those last couple clone placements. But turns out we did okay. Alright, so I guess I'll lead with the Radical, see how he does with that. He'll probably blow himself up, but if he doesn't, that'd be real nice for me. Ooh, good job for once, clone. Actually swapped into position there. This is going well. I cannot believe I just did that. Yeah. Cliff me. That was just... Ugh. I'll update that split, but no way. I know. I knew as soon as I hit that jump, I was like, something about this is incorrect. And it was. But that's okay. I think I might have set it to VIP. Yeah, there we go. Here, let me fix. That's so unfortunate. But that's okay, because I know I can play better in a bunch of areas here. It was a really good start to that Mallow one, though. I'm very annoyed. Still very impressed with Scourge. We got a really good teleport there as well. I hate losing that. Gives me a chance to change this for Radical Knight. The Guardian clone at some point in GTD. Just once. At a point where I didn't care about what weapon he had. I just needed him to be there. The Guardian Angel's for me. This could be funny to have here, but no. How much iridium do I have? Oh, okay. Guess we're sticking with that one. Man. I cannot believe I... Right off the edge. I could have continued that run because I was only about a minute 20 into that Mallow one. So that would have been minus 1 minute 30 seconds. But like at that point, it's not going to PB. So this is why we do the longer activities first. It was hilarious. It was. That's why I can't be mad. You guys believe that there's some people who run around in 2022 saying Bandit better when the no pew pew exists? Like, question mark? If you Tizzy Rebound. Tizzy's not even good, but it's still better than most Bandit guns. Or, yeah, Rebound is insanely good as well. Yellow Cake, Globetrotter. COV is a crazy good manufacturer. How do I keep doing this? I reflexively keep hitting 3 instead of 2. 2 is free radical, 3 is no PPU. I don't know how I keep unlearning my muscle memory. I suppose it's fine if Clone takes enough damage to trigger his Revolter, he'll still kill them. But like... how do I keep doing that? Oh, Clone. This is scuffed. Neat part that never ends. It should be. How you doing, cunt? Significantly slower than last time, but I cannot be a chooser. Revenant's here every time? I'd have been surprised if Clone didn't blow himself up there. Oh. That was, a butt clencher. That's spoopy, yeah. Hey Turbo, how you doing? It's one of the rare builds where changing platforms is actually faster. Hey Lucky, how are you? See, Clone didn't die again. What is that? How did he live? I don't understand. Hey Moogirl. Alright, you can't complain. Can't complain. Struggling with Ghostblade uptime would be some good ways to improve it. Action skill duration on rings. Also Ancient Hilt on melee weapon. Lets you get your cooldown back quickly. I'm actually trying out my zero raid boss speedruns. Do it! Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Hands are saying no. That's understandable. I spilled some coffee this morning because I don't have fine motor control early in the morning. But I forget that that's the case. So I overfilled a mug due to accidentally pouring heavy. It's a good reminder to, like, take my meds and stuff. Stone Swan has programmed me because I saw Hi Craig in the chat, and I assumed it was at me. It wasn't at me, but I assumed it was. Was Craig confirmed. And it's been a meme around these parts for a bit. We got Stone Sean and the big juicy Craig. true, made big enough for the two of us. You're right, I'll leave. All yours. Please end. Please end. Thank you. That was scary. Deathmatch. But he wins. I already conceded. Please. That's awkward. No, you're not supposed to be here. Stop it. Go away. Ugh. The crystals got scary there. It was a lot cleaner on the last run. Now, I'll give Clone the correct weapon this time. That'll help. You know, I thought it would have helped more. Oh well. I was trying to house with metal fork and malicious intentions. More like delicious intentions. Ah. Get it? Because forks are for eating? Oh, that was... I pooed. Shouldn't have gone for that jump. That was a bit of a risk. That was horrible. So bad it sent you into a lurk. Understandable. Could also go by age. I'm 33. So you're the original Craig. Understood. I am... How old am I? 27. I had to look to see what year it is. Thought you were 40? You thought I was 40. Me. You thought I was 40. I mean, I'm flattered, actually. I take that as a compliment. I see this as an absolute win. I've spent so much of my life attempting to look my age. Clone, please shoot the enemies. Just shoot them with your gun, please. Zane's my favorite character by far. Zane's actually my least favorite. This is just a particular build that I happen to enjoy running in spite of the character it's on. Hey Maniki, been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Well, don't fly out there. No. Those Sarahs are going away to the vacation home. And I need to not pop Sentinel. Never mind, I need Sentinel now. Because Clone blew himself up. This is so obnoxious. And look at this. Ugh. That's gonna hit Clone. But I don't care. Guardian left the stove on. Certainly seems that way, Moonbase Tom. And we got the Invincible Scourge bug. Scourge the actually invincible. Borderlands 3 does not like me today. Hey, Snowspawn, thank you for the 20 months with the streak. I appreciate it. Quack wicked indeed. We all know Quack's a robot made to play Borderlands that age is irrelevant.
There you go, Quack.
Quag Wicked 20 months. Quag Wicked.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the continued support. But yeah, I couldn't grow, like, much facial hair at all until I was 22, 23. I didn't have to shave at all on my face until I was 19. So the reason why I keep this very scuffed beard is to look my age, because to this day, I assume, I haven't seen my chin in like 3 years, and I don't intend to ever see it again, but like, I'm still pretty baby-faced under there. This baby sitting in the toddler turned stove on the gas stove. Kid knows what they want, I guess. Make fair, how old do I come off as? Like 19, Moogro. I know that's not the correct number, but that's how you come off. I know for a fact that's not the correct number. But that's the number that instantly jumped to my mind. So you guys see the value of putting GTD early in the run. With the amount of things that can go wrong here, like, if the final boss of the activity decides to be immune to damage, then it's better to reset the whole run instead of putting it late in your order, and then having it be like, cool, it's my last activity at the end of this hour-long gauntlet. That's a 113 room 1, excuse me? End of this hour-long gauntlet. Have to redo this activity. Like, it'd be horrible. Morning, Micro. How you doing? Oh, Clone blew himself up. Already. He's really good at that today. Distractingly so. Oh, that's really bad, actually. I just accidentally triggered an extra set of spawns. That's... I'm gonna try to play this out, but this is gonna get really scuffed really quickly. I have no idea how this is gonna go now. I think we're fine-ish. Kind of recovered. Well, the real ones know what it's like to get carded for an R-rated movie in your late 20s. I've not been carded for a movie ever in my entire life. But today when I went to vote, I went with my parents. And you know, I still mask, so you can't see the beard or anything. But there was like a poll worker who is handing out something for a town survey, and they gave something to my dad and walked past me, and they said something about like every adult counts, and I didn't get shit. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Every time. Or should I say, reverie time? Cause revenants. Please laugh. I've done the big laugh. Clone, how did you blow yourself up there? I don't even understand. Like, what was there? What hurt you? What gave you the big ouchie? Clone is a special set of skills. Yeah, clearly. I'm very behind going into Anathema now, but like, oh well. As you guys have seen, none of this has been my fault. Except for the crystals thing. That was 100% my fault. That's different. Why am I doing so much damage on cycles now? That's... Alright. As soon as I plan for that, though, it's not gonna go that way. Watch. I'm not sure why this is happening, but alright, cool. I'm just suddenly doing more damage to Anathema than I expected. Reverie state of being lost in pleasant thoughts. I'm guessing you enjoy Revenants. Absolutely, I do. They're my favorite thing ever. I want nothing but more Revenants. There is nothing I want in life more than just Revenants and nothing else, ever. Nothing would make me happier. Okay. Still take them over cryo enemies. In most cases, I would too. Most cases. Nothing more I want than that Twitter image of dude leaving them all the graphic card, PS5, and a hot girlfriend. People are so fucking mean because, like, I looked at that, was like, oh, that's a wholesome thing. This dude's having a good day. She's got a cute outfit, and I thought nothing more of it. But the amount of hate that poor man got just for, like, existing and just being some average guy. As if any of those people are, like, entitled to that woman's attention. It was so fucking weird. Gotta hate for being a gamer and having a woman. Yep. And then, not to mention the subtext there that, like, attractive women, property of nearest man. It's just so fucking weird. I hate the internet. I really do. Here for about 10 minutes, I have absolutely no idea how this build works, but love it. Hey, Root UK. So basically, this is a pet build. And the contribution that I'm providing as Zane is, this Spark Plug artifact does a lot of damage. Also, I'm holding the Guardian Angel shotgun to boost the damage of Sentinel. Basically, I set Clone up in an area, I ground slam, and I occasionally direct Sentinel to deal with some of the troublesome enemies. And that's the gameplay loop. Give me a PS5 for Christmas? I'm trying to get me a PS5 for Christmas, Muro. Doing a remote ranger? Can't tell in the eyes. Yeah, I'm doing a remote ranger. All over their PS5, just want a new couch. Mood. I've resigned myself to not ever having nice furniture because my cats can't behave. But that's okay. I actually have a question about the Guardian Angel. I used it in my Mar build for boss and Guardian Angel. I'm with lower huge damage. Does it need to be the Guardian Angel? Other weapons, same annoying, do the same thing. Guardian Angel provides the biggest damage bonus to any non-gun thing in the game. So if you're trying to boost an action skill, you know, a grenade, a ground slam effect, a Guardian Angel just does it better in almost every possible case. Almost. But Phase Flare does enough damage against the bosses it is capable of hitting that you can kill without it. It's just, you have no real reason to hold anything else. Really. This Guardian Angel gives you, up to a 400% damage bonus in a particular category of the damage formula. That applies to all of the player's damage. So 400%, you know, depending on how close you are, but just for holding a gun is a lot. Oh, I got these Revenants too? A 2 Rev spawn run, that's mildly cursed. Please don't kill me, you do so much damage. Ugh. Not ideal. No wonder Evil Lil is so easy to take down. Thanks, man. I didn't know that. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I'm using it in this build to power up my, my Spark Plugs and my Sentinel. Now, Clone has his own damage formula, so he doesn't benefit from my Guardian Angel. I can give him his own, and then he'll benefit from his. But, I usually just give clone the correct weapon for the correct scenario, and that's a lot of the min-maxing. This build is mostly micromanagement and positioning. A nice furniture just won't be nice for long. You're not wrong. Really, Scourge? Two runs in a row. 2 runs in a row. In a row. Game reset. If it happens a third time, I will relaunch the game. It just takes forever to relaunch the game. Game really doesn't want you to EGR today. Yeah, I mean, we had a good Guardian takedown run on the first one, but then I choked. Wonder if I run which one's real. Let's see how that goes. How's Free Radical feel compared to Plasma? Clone blows himself up a lot more. Free Radical is just straight up more damage than Plasma Coil in every single situation in the entire game. Free Radical is a better weapon, but Plasma Coil is slightly safer for the clone because it has a smaller splash radius. Hope you're doing well, Arctic Ninja. Scourge the Ender speedruns. They do be like that. About the diadems. It feels pretty comparable there, Losery. Free Radical kills in like 3 bullets, Plasma Coil kills in like 4 bullets. They come out in a comparable amount of time. The area where I expect Plasma Coil to be less advantageous than Free Radical, it's actually much later. It's Trial of Fervor. That's the main place I'm thinking of. Because the child projectiles of the Free Radical will provide me a lot more area coverage. Significantly slower start to this run, but oh well. Mom, Scourge is abusing iframes again. Just got my lunch and ate it. Ooh, what'd you have? Oh, not have Sentinel right now. That's awkward. I'll try getting into the muscle memory of setting up clone beforehand. So that I don't get what happened last run. Slice of pizza and milk. You didn't dunk it in the milk, did you? It's a very weird question, but it stands. That's the thing I don't want to know. It's a thing. I don't understand, but it's a thing. One way I don't like my pizza crust soggy, yeah. Oh, good job, Clone. Sometimes Clone will just piece up a diadem and I'm like, oh, you can do that. Okay. I often forget he can, because he aims for center mass. But he'll just miss and kill it, which is cool. Use a drone for lifesteal? No, I'm using it for damage. Salvation's lifesteal only applies to bullets, which would require either me to shoot or Clone to shoot. Sentinel is here for damage. Because Sentinel functions more like rack attack than a traditional pet. It's boosted by Zane's damage formula, meaning my Guardian Angel, for example. That was, scary. Couple seconds. Hang on. Bear with me. It'll also get the bonus element for my Terra Cryo Annoyance. When I run Conductor on this build, which is something I do sometimes, Sentinel benefits from that. And it benefits from a lot of the key things we're using to boost Clone, particularly splash damage for the Boomsday augment, and action skill damage on our class mod. So, Sentinel just makes sense to run. It's also our main tool of dealing damage against a lot of flying enemies that can fly out of Clone's range. Hey Neku, how you doing? I guess that might be technically faster for this build. Lets me set up a slam immediately. Hold on, please shoot the boss. Thank you. Holy shit. Cliff scares? Yeah, Grim. Gonna be doing EGR all week. I don't know my plans for the full week. There's a bunch of games and stuff I want to cover. It's just, I've felt like doing EGR, so that's what I've streamed. Lately, my stream schedule has been like, if I feel like playing something, I will stream it. Like, today was almost a Hades stream, just because I spent a bunch of time playing Hades last night for no real reason. Other than that game is amazing. Only reason I need. Hey, homie Data, how you doing? Come on, Sentinel, do your damage. Okay. I need to start spawning clone with the Radical here. Is and Hades got the suavest voices. Every goddamn one of them. True. Absolutely true. Everything about that game is just chef's kiss. I remember it was the final boss of BL2. I hated the fact that after you beat the boss, you can land in the lava lake and cry. Yep, that was the thing. Clean Anathema. Yeah, the first couple phases could have been better, and there was one weird cycle in there, but I don't think that was too bad. Went back and was replaying Bastion some. It's a great one, too. I gotta play more of the Supergiant games. I've still only played Hades. I've meant to go to the others, but Hades is just too perfect of a game. There's very few games that have ever been made that I would call perfect, or, you know, as close to perfection as one can reasonably attain in a creative work. Hades is absolutely that game. Thought of playing Takes Two? I've not thought of playing that on stream. Not really a concept that appeals to me. Enjoyed Binding of Isaac. That's been on my to-play list for a couple years now, too. I've just not gotten around to it. At least I haven't messed up that jump yet. So that cryo dot that broke my shield and did a decent chunk of my HP, that was from my low level It's Piss from Drone Delivery, applying a dot with Terror Cryo. Too much damage formula. Sentinel saving my life there. He loved to see it. Thank you, Sentinel. Get scared every time you go for that jump. If you do it too soon, you do hit the kill box and just die. I have Digiclone to swap to if I miss. But the main concern is actually just doing it too soon and dying. That was also scary. Sentinel's the best, so good. Going ballsy with this one little indie title called Cosmic Star Heroine. I'll have to make a mental note. The Sarahs are being aggressive, which they're not supposed to, because I have which one's real on. So they're not even supposed to be really looking at me too much. But I suppose that requires swapping more aggressively, which I'm not doing. It does make sense. I honestly feel like Bastion belongs in that category too. Ooh. I'll keep that in mind. That was almost a cliff as well. I'm making some very rash decisions during my runs today. It's not exactly paying off. Oh, clone, why did you die? What? How did that even happen? That's the risk you run with Free Radical Clone. He'll just die and you'll have no explanation. You're like, how did you manage to hit yourself this time? Like, how is he not hitting these, but he could hit himself on that weird angle before? I don't understand. This is gonna be a pretty slow run. I doubt this will even PB, but, like, I want to practice the other activities, so... here we are. Alright. Clone, this time don't let them do exactly what you just let them do, and then you blew yourself up. I hate... I hate this room. This is the best case room on most builds, and then on this one it's just like... No. Okay, I'll take it. We'll play it out. Not as fast as the other run, but, like, I'll play it out. Love Clubtastic Voyage so much. I turn on TPS every now and then just to play it again. Yeah, it's gotten the recognition it deserves as a good piece of content, gameplay and story-wise, over the years. Once the people who, wouldn't stop shitting on TPS for being TPS lost interest. Swap bug. It's unfortunate. I'll accept old you there, as long as I don't get shot in the back. That worked out fine. So I can now choose to give Clone a different weapon for this fight. I think I'll give him a Sandhawk. To slam off the platform this time? Yeah, thank you. Why are you doing that up there? Hello? That's awkward. Please, good boxes. I didn't give you the right gun. Let's see if that matters. Hey, newbie, how are you? Music for this whole takedown's great, not just boss fights. Oh yeah, all the way through. This is where having the wrong gun is hurting me a little bit. Are the old BL games still compatible? Yeah. Come on, get down here. I lost 12 seconds on that split. That's very unfortunate. Hopefully we can make up for it with a very good hemo. After hemo, I can menu and switch the Sandhawk. And I already have the Radical, so I can switch the Sandhawk to an Anarchy after this. This is not going well. Oh, and Clone got the GA bug too. Oh no. Oof. Shafts. That emo really fell apart a lot there, but I think I lost all of my time save. At least most of it. You're fine there. Unlucky spawn there. First of Anarchy, Clone, and Slaughter Shop. It's to save me a menu later. Butter. It's to save me a menu later, and to screw me a bit less if I decide to use it on Survival, and have bad Skag RNG. Corrosive's not the optimal element for this activity, but it should still have enough damage because I'm using a Sea and Dead. Oh no, Rabbit. Can you... Thank you for not doing that yesterday. I'll just say that much.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. There you go, back.
OWO ho daddy OWO I've been clapping hella cheeks inside of Call of Booty OWO making me yell and moan at me OWO it's really triggered my horny for death and destruction inside of me OWO I can't wait for you to thrust your destruction inside of me OWO I'll be your lil enemy in the bedroom. Let you tie me up and torture me OWO can't wait for 28 months of being a good lil sub to you OWO.
Anyway. Really hope this run dies now so this doesn't get immortalized. Outside of Rodax, enemy spawn inside a wall. Oh no. I lost 2 consecutive runs today, Butter, to Scourge the actually invincible. Like, 2 runs in a row. It was wild. Glad to hear the game runs well, Rabbit. Oh, the timing there is unreal. I was gonna use old U, but Clone ended it like just the wrong second. I want to see this full run. Enjoyable time quag, and look forward to tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you next time, Lizard. Thank you for hanging out. It's always good to see you. How you doing, Coffee? Tried smoothie flavored Skittles for the first time. Love them so far. Have you guys tried them? Yeah, I think I've had those once or twice. Yes, I swapped Clone onto that fire puddle to break his Revolter. Because I have 5,000 IQ. Wrong 5 trillion. Come on, enemies, please spawn in. Ooh, Glod. Okay. No pew pew for this map. Need to take off Doppelbanger. So we swap Doppelbanger for Schadenfreude. Train your cats at all? No. Should I? Maybe. But have I? No. I have a question. What's your favorite build for any character in this game? Probably Rack Stab on Flak. That would be my favorite. Is there a video for that anywhere? Yes, actually. You can hit exclamation point builds to get 4 links, one for each character. They're the community builds documents, which are maintained by very knowledgeable people with the math to support them. Every single build in those viable. The Flak one is maintained by yours truly. It's been the combined efforts of a lot of people over a lot of years, but they're a very reliable resource that have not only builds you can go for, but lots of information on how the character functions, gearing advice, all that sort of stuff. In terms of a video for Rackstab, yeah, I do have one. I don't make YouTube content very often, but I do have a slightly outdated video for that. It at least shows how the build plays. You can just type exclamation point Rackstab, R-A-K-K-S-T-A-B. And it'll give you the video. That's from when the level cap was 65, I believe. But a lot of the core stuff is similar-ish. The build stock write-up is the up-to-date version. Amazing, definitely going to be checking those out and trying some. Thank you so much. Hey, you're very welcome. And if you have questions about any of the docs, I maintain the Flak and Mose ones, and I also can edit the Amara one if necessary. But I can vouch for all 4 of them. Questions. Guardian Angel, kind of like the Lighting SMG in Wonderlands, so both guns you hold to facilitate things other than gun damage. In a roundabout way, yeah. In that Livewire and Guardian Angel are different flavors of stat stick. Kind of, yes. I would compare Livewire more to, like, Psycho Stabber, because it wants you to do a certain type of things. Guardian Angel is a little more broad in its use. But you're in the right neighborhood, Lucky. a lot of engorged rack. This enemy... That one cost me some time, but hey, big gold still. I'll take it. Never said what GA does exactly. It gives you up to a 400% bonus at an inverse proportion to your distance from an enemy. So the farther you are from an enemy, the more of the bonus you get, capping out at 400%. And that 400% goes in a category of damage buff that applies to all of the players' damage that is connected to their primary formula. So it won't go to, say, Flak Pets, Digiclone, or Iron Bear, but it does apply to, you know, Phase Casts, Spark Plug, Grenades. All that kind of thing. Build run on Zane now. I'm running Remote Ranger. If you had exclamation point builds, you can see that in the Zane community builds document. But this is a build focused on playing Zane like a kind of area denial character. A lot of area control with my spark plugs, my pets. And it's a lot of fun. This is my favorite way to play Zane because I don't generally enjoy the regular basic gun build style of play that's generic. I can get that in any shooter. This is something I can't get in other games, so I like playing like this. Chances are it does get Guardian Angel. Yeah. Things I can think of that can't get GA, it's Flak Pets, Iron Bear, and Iron Bear proxies. Digiclone. Everything else I can think of should get GA. Damage spawn grenade against Guardian Angel. Well, yeah, because that's not coming from Iron Bear, it's coming from you. It's just happening while you're in Iron Bear. It's giving you the ability to do a thing you normally can't do while in Iron Bear, but that grenade is still entirely Moses' formula, because it's just a grenade. Hi Pragmatic, how you doing? Good to see you. Pretty good yourself? Doing well. Doing very well. Took a while to get a decent EGR run going today's stream. Game did not want us to get past Guardian Takedown. Like, I got past it once, and I did something silly and died. Then a bunch of annoying bugs and things happened to cost us a few runs, but fortunately we're finally keeping it moving. Able to get some good attempts in. I feel like we're about to hit Renaissance of Lands franchise like a lot of newcomers. I mean, Wonderlands brought in the most new players in any of their releases, according to 2K's metrics. Before that, BL3 brought in the most new players. So you're seeing a trend. It's growing exponentially. I do think that we'll probably see a decent time gap between, you know, before we get Borderlands 4, whenever that might be. So I think we'll have a window where people are going to bounce around between the games for a while. But as soon as that next game gets officially announced, I expect BL3 to have a huge spike. Hopefully no enemies get stuck in a wall. Yeah, hopefully. I played that pretty sloppily, but it's fine. Oh, you're already up here. Okay. I'm thinking 25, 26 for a while before. Yeah, 25, 26 sounds reasonable. I'd expect about the same. I'm in no rush, though, honestly. And as we've gone over a few times on stream, I'd be more jazzed for a Wonderlands 2 than a Borderlands 4. Because innovation's good. I want 4 for BL story, but Wonderlands 2 for gameplay. That's valid. Yeah. They acquired Lost Boys Interactive, so one can hope. What does Lost Boys Interactive mean? I read about that happening, but whoosh. Brain no worky right now. They acquired Gunfire Games last year as well, which means maybe Remnant from the Ashes sequel? Hopium? That'd be real nice. They being Embracer Group, I should clarify. They were the devs from Wonderlands? Oh, yeah, well, there you go. I didn't know they outsourced that, actually. All they need to do to make the next game a banger is just bring in some UI talent. That's it. Get that UI team nice and juicy. And we're good. Guaranteed banger. Love the in-game menu RNG. Will the item equip? Let's find out. Pain. I don't even have a equip for that. That's just, yeah. Dude just jumped up through the floor. I guess he was locked onto me. And the game was like, yeah, if he can initiate the attack, he'll just go to you. But like, question mark? Dude was taking lessons from Vondas, really was. Give him Anarchy on this one, so he'll have it for Red Rain Blue Fire, and it'll also be good against the robots. Started working full-time recently, and I have to take off work and reschedule therapy. A few days off. Ah, adulting, yes. Managing your infinite number of commitments. Truly the worst. This is gonna raise. Nice. ADHD is a bitch. Sure is. Yeah, I don't have ADHD, but I do have ADD. So, you know, obviously that can manifest in a totally different set of ways. Notwithstanding the fact that ADHD can manifest in a totally different set of ways, but it can be tough to manage that kind of stuff. I believe in you, though. So hopefully I have enough clone duration. If I run around shooting these for seeing dead triggers... Ooh, big gold. Big, fat gold. There's a wide variety of things that can fall in both of those categories, Craft Knight. Manifests different ways for different people. For example, the way ADD manifests for me is difficulty starting and stopping tasks. That's the main defining factor for me individually. So I hyperfixate, and I also get kind of stuck in a state where I can't commit to doing a thing. Like, I'll want to do it, I just can't do it. It could be anything from, you know, vacuuming to sending an email. Like, even if it's a tiny task, sometimes I just can't do it. But you guys have seen plenty of times where I'll be doing a stream where I'm doing basically nothing, and I'll just accidentally go over by 6 hours because I hyperfixated. Hey, Soccer, how you doing? 135% relate to that. I'm glad, Manigeek. And I'm not glad you have to deal with it, but I'm glad to be among people who understand. Ooh, that was a very efficient clone placement. I'll have to remember that one. Okay, this is why we got the Corrosive Anarchy. Now, because it's corrosive, we're prone to RNG here. If we get too many Skags and Varkids that are corrosive immune, it can end up biting us in the ass. Also, if Skag of Survival is corrosive, then that puts us in a subpar position. But if it works out, then this will pay off quite nicely. Because this pick will also be optimal for Discipline when we get there. You like earbuds or headphones better? Personally, for open back headphones, pair of Simpsons are incredible. I prefer earbuds because I have weirdly shaped ears. My ears are small and the insides are kind of like weirdly shaped. I don't know another way to describe it. It's basically like the hard apple or skull candy or whatever earbuds just kind of fit my body nicely. So I tend to just use disposable Apple earbuds, you know, the ones that are like $8. I just buy a bunch every few months off Amazon. Because they do the job, and also I don't lose anything significant if my cats happen to destroy them. Alright, come on, good RNG. Oh, that was worst possible RNG. Oh no. Well, I'll have to intervene and do the damage myself. Yeah, we lost time there. Yeah, that went as poorly as it could have. Very slow in this room. Oh yeah, I forgot to put Doppelbanger on. I don't know if I need Doppelbanger anymore. Maybe I'll want it for Fervor. We'll see. Clone might expire at a bad time here because I don't have it. Dropship. Not doing great with spawns or with player input on this one. Unfortunate. Yeah, it was dirty. Hopefully I don't lose too much of my time save here. We're still 343 ahead. So I can get that sub 130 probably. I'm gonna go free radical here for clone. Provided I set him up far enough away from targets, should be mostly safe. Bad set of spawns here. Hopefully I get the good set over here. Oh, I forgot clone doesn't attack that group properly. Unlucky. Yeah, this supremacy is going to be pretty bad. The things you forget when you don't run this content for a while. Ah, that's stupid. I really should have known that. Really bad supremacy. Ugh. I'm choking very hard at the end here. Like, most of my negative slits have been at the end. But we did save a lot of time on all of the slaughters. And on GTD. Now, hopefully the radical serves me well here. This being the main reason I wanted it. I need good RNG on anointed spawns. Need good AI behavior. I need clone to not blow himself up. And then I need, you know, good spawns. Oh, clone blew himself up. But most of the room's cleared, so I think I'm okay. Yeah, that was good, that was good. Cool, cool, cool. We got the good spawn here. As long as clone doesn't blow himself up. Game in. Hey, Rune. We do be gaming. Clone, please. Papega aim. Clone blew himself up, too. Drink every time I say that. Ugh. Water, that is. Stay hydrated. Fervor kind of sucks, but... Still golded over the last run I did. Okay, we're cooking, we're cooking, we're cooking. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong, we got the sub 130 in the bag on this, with lots of available time save. Thieving Jabber costing me time. Now, hopefully this clone swap doesn't fail. I know this one is prone too. Okay, it didn't. It's good. Decided not to take Clone Capstone to help me get good and learn spawns better. Based. Ooh. 126.57. With a 0.6 second gold on the last one. Nice. Did I use the plasma coil? I don't remember. I don't think I did, so I showed it anyway, just in case I did. Maybe make a marker. Love clone drone. Yeah, Lyman. It's a ton of fun. My neck hurts. I was in the goblin crouch for that run. Ugh, posture check. So, where could we have saved some time? Let's look at this. GTD was not even the best run of the day, so of course there. Hang on. Let me reopen that. We peanut butter? Yeah, we did. We did. Viper. 126.57. Alright. We Peter Parker. I guess, yes. Um so we're averaging about 6-minute Malawan runs. With a gold of 532. Best for GTD was 20 minutes 53 seconds. Pretty good split for this build actually. But we're averaging 21 minutes, so that's fine. Best Hemo's 209, but that last one was 311, so ugh. Cistern is really good. That was a 937 Cistern. Shafts 1229. Star 1547. It's not bad as far as star goes. Cunning was a 247, which, yeah, acceptable. Survival was 321, so even worse off of the bad one we had last time, because bad RNG. Discipline was bad as well. I mishandled that, and got bad spawns in the first room. Supremacy, that was just me playing poorly. Still 244, like, fine, whatever. Supremacy is one that you could, on a good run, get sub 2. So there's like a full minute of time save available in Supremacy. Fervor was technically a gold there, but like that's still not good. I'm about 40 seconds behind where I'd be comfortable. 50 seconds behind PB. And then Instinct, again, there's room for improvement. A 248 Instinct is kind of slow for like high-end Instinct, but still sub 3. I'll take it. So basically, I have improvement available on every single activity in the run. PB is better than everyone's PB. People haven't really started running EGR for time trials in large quantities yet. This is a category that's only existed for a couple days. So people are still routing, planning what builds and stuff they want to do. I haven't submitted any of my times to the board yet because I know I have lots of improvement available. I'm the fastest person I know of, but like that's because no one else has completed runs yet. Butter's done some, Rune's done some. 12.9 shaft, you say? Yes, sir. How you doing today, Viper? Rant about how to improve yourself in the game. Oh, so the best way to do that, Craft Knight, is this is going to be like a wholesome rant. Compete against yourself and no one else. Yourself and no one else. Because if you compare yourself to people who are like already functioning at the peak of what players can achieve with known tech, you will never be happy. Now, the thing with speedrunning activities like this is you will never be satisfied, not fully, but you want to have the ability to be happy. And this happened a few days ago. There's a runner who's pretty new to BO3 time trials who they've been downplaying their own flag performance on Guardian Takedown because they're comparing themselves to me and Butter, who have thousands of hours in the content. I don't think there's a person alive who's played True Guardian Takedown on Flak more than I have. And that's not a flex, that's just a statement of the amount of time it took to get to the point where I am. And keep in mind, I'm not that far ahead of the other runners because the other runners have started running that activity more. They've gotten more hours into it. So, like, it's just competing against yourself. And as you do that, you get more and more experience, which makes you better at the game. It's just putting in hours and trying to do even a second better than you did last time. Got Thursday, Friday off work for God of Boy. Looking forward to that. I won't be playing it right away, so at least I don't think. I might on a whim buy it, but like it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be playing it on my console, so I'm like, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope it goes well. You want to run EGR, read the rules clearly, aka start recording from main menu. Yeah, it's easier to deal with on stream like this because just every session you just save quit out and then go from there. Um, but yeah. Sure beat Quack's times. I'm sure you could, Shalatoa. You put in enough time. You probably could. That was wholesome. It's actually how I think of this stuff. Like, I maintain that the only reason I pulled decent times in these categories is because of time invested. There's lots of people who were better than me at this game, many of them in the chat right there. And like, I just play a lot. That's all. That is all it is. I would consider myself slightly above average at these games in terms of execution. But I play a lot and I devote a lot of time and effort to knowing how the game works. That's all. This isn't a hugely execution intensive type of game. There's some scenarios where that's not the case. And there's some situations where you need to make a lot of snap decisions. But for the most part, it's repetition and general game knowledge, which anyone can get. Anyone can get that. So if you have someone like, let's say, Brick of Butter there in the chat is one of the most mechanically gifted people to play the game, who in a fraction of the time it took me to push GTD record improvements, he's within 1 second of world record. The record that it took me 9 months to improve my previous best. I wasn't running the entire 9 months there, but it was still 9 months from one record to the next. And then he goes and within a day or two, he improves that. So then I have to beat my own record again. And he's still only 1 second behind. Like there's very talented people playing. So you can get on the board. You put in the time, you can get on the board here. If you have an interest in time trials and Endgame Rush time trials in particular, I would really recommend just giving it your best shot. Was Flag your favorite Vault Hunter? Yes. We're giving us cost of living bonuses, real nice of them. Ooh, that is big pog. That is the biggest pog. Woke up a little earlier to prepare a chicken casserole, slow cooked throughout the day. Came home to dinner. Very nice. I woke up to vote. And then I got home, spilled some coffee because my hands weren't working yet, and then streamed. Back to work I go, keep on gaming, gamer. Have a good day at work, Rune. I will be hanging out later during your runs. Makes sense, you can shoot the Globetrotter top a star, you just need to be on the level just below the button. For Hustle Racer stuff. Yeah, I fully anticipate the builds you guys are running are going to be way faster than this. I just like the idea of having Remote Ranger on the board for a little bit. Same reason I ran it for Proving Grounds. I briefly held all of the Proving Grounds records on Remote Ranger, but that just inspired people to push more because they're like, hey, there's better builds than this. I can beat that. And people did. I don't think I ever turned EchoCast on. But here you go. A little too late to get this chest. That's a face Zerker with Jacob's crit pistol damage weapon charge speed. Alright, that's actually a pretty good phase Zerker. Sorry. That's actually pretty good. Now, the charge speed doesn't generally apply to Jacob's. Very rare exceptions. But, like, still, that's good. Okay, we improved the Zane time. Sub 127 happened a little faster than I thought. I think I can get this build to sub 120, which is crazy because most builds that have a sort of weak Guardian takedown can't do that. Like, in terms of very high-end endgame speedrunning, 21 minutes for Guardian takedown's a bit slow. Only if you're comparing to the absolute peak. Like, if you look at Hustler Racer and Rackstab, they're able to hit 16-minute Guardian takedowns. That's a full 5 minutes. That's a full activity. So, like, getting to sub 130 with that extra just kind of in-baked 5-minute penalty surprised me pleasantly. Personal prediction for fastest runs for 3 of the Vault Hunters: Zane, Hustler, Racer, Mo's Lucky 7, Mara, Anarchy, or Radical, Flak, I don't know, Grenade Racks. I would really be surprised if it wasn't Grenade Racks for Flak, but if Grenade Racks optimizes Guardian Takedown, then it's without question going to take Flak overall. Because the thing is, current Grenade Racks comfort zone is like 3 or more minutes behind Rackstab comfort zone for Guardian Takedown. And then it's about a minute slower in terms of comfort zone. So these aren't peaks to peaks, these are averages for Maliwan. So you're looking at about losing 4 minutes on just the takedowns alone, average to average. Hemo can be made to be comparable, whereas Grenade Racks is going to be faster, averages, on Shaft and Star. Cistern is questionable because Rackstab just does a 1-item swap to Frozen Heart and then gets equal speed, basically. Grenade Racks is also faster on average in the Proving Grounds. So you're looking at losing a significant chunk of time on the first leg of the run compared to Rackstab. But then you're just as fast or faster everywhere else. That's gonna equate to... Like, I have a 120 on Rackstab right now. I fully expect that peak Grenade Racks can push 110s. 110s. That's provided the Guardian takedown issue is solved. If not, then 115. For Zane, I would say it'd be either Double Launcher or Hustler Racer. Amara, you're probably looking at either Blade Fury, Anarchy, or Free Radical. One of those 3. It could really go any of those ways. Mo's, I really want to say Banjo Bear. But it could be Bloody Omnom. Could be Lucky 7 if someone's crazy enough to do it. The thing with Lucky 7, Butter, is Guardian Takedown is a bad split for Lucky 7. Like a real bad split. Like a Lucky 7 Guardian Takedown on Mo's, I would say average to average, is probably looking at being around 6 minutes slower than Banjo Bear or Onova. So like 6 minutes between Banjo Bear and that's a lot of a gap. Because Banjo Bear also does exceptionally well in the Proving Grounds and the Slaughters. Not as well in the Slaughters as an Auto Bear setup does, because human element. But exceptionally well. Banjo Nova are also so damn fun. Yeah, Onova would not do great in some of the activities, though. For example, Onova sucks at Hemo. It's middling in Maliwan, not exactly competitive. But a lot of Moe's builds are in that space on Maliwan, so that's fine. It's good in Guardian. It's good in Cistern, but a lot of builds are good in Cistern. And then just Shaft, Star, Proving Grounds, it's not gonna be competitive. Someone wants to run but Bloodstar Beast Gandava for me, that'd be excellent. But you could run it, Viper. You could run it. Slaughter sucks for Onova. Yeah, enemies are just, you don't have a way to deal with them at range unless you get insanely lucky on, like, launchpad RNG on which targets they go after. And that's just not sustainable. Can't run ahead to uninstall, just uninstall something else. Probably be running Free Rad and Blade here this week sometime. Sounds good, sounds good. It's like Blade Fury is gonna clean up. Let's look at the boards actually. Blade Fury could get better Guardian placement than it currently has. It's not even on the true Guardian board. It could place. It's currently peak Maliwan, but it's relative to Radical there. Blade Fury has a good Hemo, provided you manage ads well. I would say better than Free Radical. I don't know how it does on Slaughter Shaft overall. I'd say Radical might comfortably beat it there. Star, again, up in the air. Cistern, they should be comparable. But honestly, for Cistern, you probably just swap to Frozen Heart Tandava and just do that. Otherwise, you're looking at losing like a minute or two. You just take the 10 seconds to gear swap. Improving grounds wise, yeah, for most of these activities, Radical and Blade Fury are pretty relative. For board placement. Really switch to Static Fish. Yeah. Blade Fury is going to have a much better Scourge than Free Radical. Just because fish. On Quag's head. Hey Don, how you doing? I can't juggle 2 Cyberpunk playthroughs, 9 Wonderlands characters, and slow Gotham Knights playthrough. You can circle back around to Cyberpunk. They just pushed a minor update today or yesterday. Major update is probably going to be like next month, month after. So you got time. Because you'll be more motivated on the next major update. That's where I'm waiting to finish a couple of my ongoing playthroughs. They done fucking what? Yeah, there was a Cyberpunk patch yesterday. Blade Fury bypass Scourge? No. It does not. That bypassing of immunity phases thing is just kind of something that was blown way out of proportion. It's not really relevant tech. It's most notable for you can bypass militant immunity, anointed militant immunity. That is the most useful application of the Blade Fury's ability to do that. In terms of relevant bosses, it's none of them. Because it's like Rampager, Troy, maybe. Nothing that is even remotely like, No time for that. It's mostly just bug fixes, Viper. Trying to figure out what I run next. I'm not procrastinating that hard. I'm just at a loss for what to run. I could try to take Scourge Record back. I'm head out later. Have a good one, Viper. Rampager, Troy, Tyrene, Quartermaster. Thank you, son. So it's useful for farming, but not really for anything relevant. Treating myself to leftover Halloween candy. Cast still on Revolter Tech. Never do updated version to Dragon Comp. There's no reason to. Well, Dragon Comp isn't in the shield slot anyway, so there's no reason you can't just use both. But there's no reason to switch to Dragon. Phazerker is just best. Whichever shield you're running, Phazerker is just better. You can use others. It's more than powerful enough, but Phazerker just wins. So I'm thinking. Animez +3 in Transcend, game changer. Oh yeah, that's absolutely next level for bossing Seth. With that +3 to Transcend alone, here, let's get on an Amara, and I can show what 3 points of Transcend gives. I'm trying to find an Amara that would have specced into that skill. I think this one would have. What's up, Mugro? What's happening? Okay, yeah, here. So Transcend is 27% crit damage for 3 points. But that's per stack. So you can, in edge cases, get 3 stacks of Transcend, but we'll just call it 2. 54% crit damage, with also, like, basically pinpoint accuracy. And that's just with 3 points. With the Mantis with 3 more, 108% crit damage is a lot. For reference, 108% crit damage is about two times what Flat gets in a skill tree. Yeah, it's a lot. Amara doesn't have a lot of stats where she gets a good quantity, but Transcend gives her a good amount of crit. Blue punched my 0, his health dropped to 20. Forgot to put my turtle shield on. Amazing. So because we got such a good run, and another run would take me over my stream end time by an amount that I don't feel like dealing with. I mean, of Amara's gun damage is flat get, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna end early. I know, only a 4-hour stream, but we got a really good run in and some practice in. I'm thinking tomorrow more EGR stuff, and I'm gonna push Flak tomorrow with the same kind of focus I pushed Zane today, which is gonna require some interesting outside the box thinking, because I really don't like doing gear swaps on Rackstab, but it's gonna be for the best. So thank you guys for hanging out. By the way, that HelloFresh thing is going on for a whole month. So at any point in this month, you see Stream Elements bot talking about the HelloFresh thing. That's there. Remember, for each new subscription, each person who uses that to get a box, I do get a kickback, and you get 70% off and free shipping and all that stuff. And it's just like cheaper than buying food normally, and everyone eats food, so maybe something you want to look into. I'm gonna be getting some HelloFresh myself, actually, because it's just smart. But yeah, that's not part of any sponsorship or anything. It's just me bringing it up. Yeah, tomorrow I'm thinking more BL3. Lazy's doing Deadlink, which they pushed an update. And definitely looks like a cool game, so I want to watch and see more of that. But yeah, join the raid. Let's put some Quag Chads and stuff. And thank you guys for all the support, as always. I do plan on doing some Wonderlands later this week. For the moment, enjoying time trials. Anyway, I'll see you guys there. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Ooh, I wonder if Scrambler does